Hey friends, hey family. We're gonna check in, right? It's Friday. We're gonna chill. We're gonna hydrate this weekend as we work our way up to this full moon eclipse. Y'all, I said full moon, child, to this new moon. Listen, the totality of the eclipse in Aries. And I just, you know what? I've been working on my one-on-ones and the different groups, the different things. I've just been doing my work, okay, today. And Spirit is just continuously channeling messages. I shared the message that I was writing down early this morning. And there's a lot of energy around protect your perspective. You make choices. And that is a divine, ability to do so. There is definitely palpable energetic currents in the air. We had it was like the 4 point whatever, the earthquakes going on in New York and New Jersey areas. And there's a lot of, the dragon lines or the ley lines. There's a lot of energetic movement. There's so much in Shadow Libra energy right now that would have you pulled up and out of your own perspective and kind of lost in a hall of mirrors. What's up? What's down? I don't know. What's good? Or what's bad? Is that a bad omen? Or why are you trying? Spirit is really adamantly like, why aren't you trying to mirror what everyone else is saying and doing? That's a whole point of propaganda. Do you understand? It's a dupe. It's an illusion. It's a trick. It's a sleight of hand. The whole point of the North Node and the head of the dragon being in this, high tiered evolutionary, Aries frequency, not to mention, hello, astrological energy in the collective right now, how much Aries we got going on, and mind you, Mars ain't in Aries, okay, but it's going to follow right on through the little portal as everything kind of boop, boop, boop pops through on Monday. But listen, I feel like Mars not being in Aries is like the will to be silent. Everybody loves to be like the will to know, the will to do. How about the will to be silent? Take that will to know and sit with exactly what you know. Just sit with that. You have this divine magic, this is the magician, right? The powerful energy of everything that is, you're the altar. The magician knows he's the altar. He don't even need the altar of tools that's sitting on front of him. You know what I'm saying? He don't need that. All the four cardinal elements are already inside of you, and then you bring the aether. You are manifest and walking form. That's the divine spirit within you. Everything's in you. You literally the magician walking with the sacred, tools. Okay, and so you have, Spirit is saying, the ability to paint the picture of what you want to see. And then you embody that. How you going to go out here talking about, Lyrans and lions and dragons? Oh my, that's what I heard inside my head, y'all. We out here getting all up outside of ourselves, just hook, line, and sinker, chewing on, swallowing the propaganda. Y'all, now I do not get very preachy here. I don't like to do that. But the whole message that Spirit is channeling is like, exactly what's going on. You know exactly what you feel. Now, what timeline, what energetic frequency do you want to cultivate? Because what is it? I don't know why Spirit is saying what you throw on the screen before your mind is exactly what you will see. Right? So, you know what? I do want to pull an oracle card for us today because I really do love these oracle cards, and I just want to spend a little time with you guys and encourage you. It's like, where are our solar dragons? Where are our encouragers? Where are our spiritual warriors? Okay, because it's like, what does it make me think of? Why am I seeing, and you guys know I'm not religious, and there's wisdom in a lot of different practices. We have many ascended masters and teachers, and I ain't about to sit here and defend myself today, but the image that I'm seeing in my mind is very much like When Jesus had to go out and walk on water and be like, have y'all not forgot the whole point of the message? Y'all upset because y'all out here thinking people about to drown, but do you not know? What is his whole tone? Is something to the effect of, have I not taught you better than this? It's okay. Like, I love y'all though, and we all have our own struggles. But it's very important as we move and work towards the totality of this solar eclipse in Aries that we understand, okay? That shadow Libra in the South Node, okay? It's Aries in the North Node. Hello. You don't let other people's mirrors, other people's, you're not, what you looking around at everybody else so you can bounce off their projections and then they'll let that set the tone for you. Then it is again, what have I taught you? Have I taught you all of this for nothing? Is the vibration from spirit, from the ancestors and team. Have faith. Oh, no, not Yeshua coming through talking about faith of a mustard seed. I'm trying to tell y'all, propaganda in the ear. You looking to the left, you looking to the right. It's not fear-based. It's not fear-based. Now, I'm not saying we have to all go run out there and be doing everything under the sun. And, I'm going to each their own in love and light. But I'm saying it is our calling and soul purpose to show up and say, we establish the current because we are the spiritual forerunners. If you are a quote unquote light worker, healer, way shower, etc., whatever it is that a title doesn't really matter. You get what I'm trying to say. It's your job. It's your soul purpose right now to be showing up, to be a forerunner of the current, of the establishing of this is what we are projecting, because they don't fucking get to say anymore. We're going to look at a news and a screen and a this and the that and the sleight of hand and the illusion and the mirror and the let's come back to center. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be a punch to the leg. We are being trained, continue to come back to center and hold. And it's like, hold the line. What is that song, y'all? Is it Toto? Is that who it was? Da da da. Something like, hold the line. Love is always on time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all, like, do you only listen to like 70s rock? I do love it. I'm not going to lie, but it just came to mind. Hold the line. Always on time. Okay, hold the line, right? I would encourage you, as we work through this weekend, as we work through on up to the total solar eclipse, and even the week after, it's just as simple as holding a frequential space in your mind. Be mindful about what you are taking in and what you're reading and who you're connecting with and what their perspective is. And, I'd encourage people, set the energetic tone and then go and send that out into the collective. Okay, now I am well aware of a lot of the placements in the chart, a lot of the different discord and chaos in the energy, and a lot of that. And there's a little bit of chaos in all magic. And when we really learn about chaos, it's quite different than our understanding of it. But, that's not the point right now. The point is to understand, I choose the timeline and frequential resonation, and it's going to match me, and I'm going to match it, and I'm going to hold the fucking line of saying, all of this is working out for the highest and the best good. And, I am setting the intention that everybody would know safety and abundance and peace and healing. And I am setting the intention that I will continue to work on raising the frequencies by knowing and discovering my own safety, peace, abundance, self-awareness, healing, and self-love journey. I contribute to the collective. I understand, I trust and believe that the highest level of the 5D crystalline earth grid, the ascension, the evolution timeline, a timeline of healing, a timeline of unity, I call these things into being. Okay, this is the work. This is the work. It's like, don't collect stones and light candles and have oils and do all the things. And that sometimes it's time to roll up the sleeves, and there's really important historical times where we come out and we set the tide and we do the work. Could you imagine being in the 60s and the whole revolution? Spirit is showing me now is like love and light, and they were out there putting flowers in guns. Bet it up. You like, I'm a light worker. Imagine you were at a protest and there were guns literally lined in your face. I ain't talking about narcissistic little social media guns going pop, pop, pop with their fingers and their mouths on social media. I'm talking about, imagine real guns were lined up in front of you and you were like, you going to put a flower in that gun? are you going to sit down in fear? Right? And you got to think of the timeline that they had just come out of. Like, let's not even talk about like segregation and some of the things that people were standing up against for love, and the things that they had probably seen, and they maybe had seen a lynching. Who the fuck knows what some people saw and then still chose to rise to the occasion. That's the whole point. I don't want to debate history and have somebody all up in the comments trying to say this, that, and the other. Not that I care. Love and light. That's just projection off yourself. But I'm saying we show up to toe the line, right? So just, use your wisdom and discernment too. I very well am not going to be like, I'm going to do a manifestation spell for my business out under the total. Would I advise that? Nah. You know what I mean? Get with your guys and your ancestors on team on your own personal work. But I'm talking about when we work for the collective. Even if it's just lighting a candle or taking a salt bath and resonating in the energetics of the water, lighting the candle, saying mantras of peace, of healing, of love, of unity, of prosperity and abundance, of healing for the earth and our planet. Whatever your heart and your frequency will set the tone, and you know what it is that you're passionate about. Light a candle. Set that space in your mind. Or if you feel like it's a little bit too discordant out there, the frequency that you can always hold is just, I love myself. I love my planet. I love my loved ones. And I want all divine sovereign beings to know love. I want all divine sovereign beings to know peace. You know what I'm saying? These are all mantras that we can hold. There are mantras you can chant. There are positive affirmations. Even you can do automatic writing on a piece of paper and set that intention and put it in a sacred space. Like, there's a list of a trillion million things you could do, whether you have a little bit of time or a lot of time. It's very important, though, that is like putting weights on a scale of a tipping point. Any way that you can work with light codes, activations, solar dragons, dragon meditations, calling in the dragons, there's so many different things you could work with. But I encourage you to show up and not hold any, as much as you can help it. And if you feel yourself holding some sort of resonation that's fear-based or that's scarcity-based, this lack-based, that's in shame and guilt, write that down and sit with that and ask your team and higher self, your ancestors, your spirit guides, help me purge this under this, divine reset. Okay? Oh, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. And then another big thing too is we understand, okay, in order to anchor in, as you would say, living on, maybe we would say, we use the terminology new earth, new timeline, time jumping, all of these things. In order to anchor that out, there's a lot of shit that's got to be burnt down to the ground first. All right? And that's just how it works. That's just how it works in this dimension. And then there's a huge energetic, almost like quantum ripple effect, where a lot of people are ready to just simply come into synchronicity with certain frequencies. And those people are already walking on a different timeline. Their eyeballs see differently. Their ears hear differently. Their senses receive differently. Their cellular activation points are already hitting differently. So there's different levels of how things will shift as well. But let's do this. I want to pull a message. Spirit, ancestors, guides, team. Us with our higher selves. Father God, Mother Goddess, Divine Source Energy. Spirit of Gaia and the earth. Let's get a message. And just want to be able to encourage you guys. Be in your ear and just speak against certain discordant, it's one thing to, I don't know how to say. It has to do with how you hold the frequency and a perspective in your mind. And it's very important. A lot of times people talk of the whispers and behind the ears, et cetera, about war. Okay, well, what you need to understand is that you're already at a war in your mind. That's where the biggest war is. You understand that? Once you understand that, you'll understand a lot. And Aries, if not nothing else, is definitely the spiritual warrior. So it's kind of like renewal of fire in the mind, the mental body. Okay? All right. Let's see. We're going to cut the deck, and then we're just going to pull right off the top. What do we have? What is the message? Shapeshift. transform and unveil your gifts. I really do believe if you do one-on-one work with me, you already know how I feel about this, this 8, hold on, can we zoom in, you guys? Hold tight. This 8-year energy, you know how I feel and believe about people receiving new sets of gifts. I think there's going to be, it depends on the frequential timeline that you are holding in your mind of what you will be able to release as blockage to come into alignment with that timeline. Release as blockage. Don't even use the vernacular, the verbiage of saying, I am not that, but I wish to become that. You can say, I know that I am that, and I eradicate any blockages that tell me lies that I'm not. It's a very Neo moment. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Let's read Shapeshifter, you guys. I love you so much. I love you so much. That's why I get so passionate sometimes. But I really do temper it for the most part. I'm just kind of at a point where I'm like, I'm really tired of people stoking this fear-based perspective. Look, I just noticed, look, do you see the snake? Ooh, not the snakes. Y'all, have you seen my Wajette? Ooh, I do love me some snakes. All the cardinal elements are present there too. Ooh, that is so powerful. Fire, air, water, and earth. Yeah. Okay, let's read. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. In shamanic traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to, okay, y'all see I have owl and snake energy, so it's probably because you can transform into one of your meditation. I'm sorry, let me go back. Let's read it again. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying practice to go exploring in the other worlds. When you shift into animal form, you can see the world through different eyes and tap into the animal survival skills to help yourself through a particular situation. So, very interesting, shape-shifting energy. And this can be on the shadow side. I was just listening. I was hearing something about, like, we were talking about propaganda and information shape-shifting and humans that aren't really humans. Spirit said shape-shifting. Ooh, we ain't gonna crack that open today, Spirit. Let's get through the eclipse first. They ain't ready. I love y'all. Let me read. Child, you may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you are in a space of transformation. You are moving beyond your past challenges and honing your current strengths. And this is the energy that I'm trying to tell you we get the choice and perspective to claim in the totality of this solar eclipse. Girl, there are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and are born to share. And this is a huge activation portal if you can kind of like die the death first. All of your past experience have only helped you to see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light, yes, knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there's also an opportunity for you to tap into the power of your spirit animal. Note if you're seeing a particular animal regularly, that's because its medicine is coming to you. I don't know about you guys, but the winged ones has been really big for me. Like literally, for example, the other day, this huge hawk, I don't know what kind of hawk it was, but it was so big, just swooped down when I was in my outside space after my time at the gym. And I see hawks a lot in our area of the foothills, but it was just so big and so close. And it's been a while for that one. And just like, I don't know, a different energy of the birds. And it's almost like they're pausing for a second. I've seen like a ton of cardinals, which is big ancestral energy. It's interesting because we're in this place in the in-between. And there's still so much Piscean energy in the collective energy. I've just been feeling like, thin veiled, lots of present ancestral energy. And with the veil being thin, it's like it's almost like you can feel if you need to do, for example, like cord cutting, or if you need to do banishing or protective energetic work or ritual work. It's like I can feel people's projections a lot stronger, thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that when the veil is thin. So it's definitely been palpable, but that just goes with how it is in something like leading up to total solar eclipse. And with that being said, we can't always control what everyone around us does. So there's no problem. There's no judgment. Is understanding and is love and light. Like, if we need to make sure that we're being wise and listening to our discernment about where we go and like what we do as like humans on that day, I ain't trying to be out and about all wily and everything. I mean, I'm not going to go all up out of my normal routine, because that would be me acting from fear. But, yeah, I'm going to have wisdom and discernment. But I'm just talking about showing up on a spiritual, on an energetic, on an astral level. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm going on about in the beginning of the video, I wonder if we're going to have any tarot messages. I really didn't have like a super long time to be on here, because I've got a certain book of work to complete today. And then I'm trying to get a few packages shipped. Anyway, the normal. I've been working on this Pisces. It's called Dream Water Bath Tea. I need to make a link for you guys somehow and share it. Oh, it's you know what? Here's the thing: is contracts that bound us to different karmic cycles, or we can also say bound us to our south node, whatever jargon, speak, vernacular makes you feel that you're most receptive to, right? What is it? Some things die hard. Do you know what I'm saying? So they will attempt to shape shift because of a certain contract, or not wanting to be released from a certain contract. A lot of us may be feeling this through energetics, entities, low-lying stagnant frequencies, old, very discordant contracts that project themselves and shapeshift and move through people, because that's the south node of Libra. And it's kind of like, be careful with people projecting, because they're in a really tough, emotional, or tense space right now. It's a very karmic eclipse window. It's a very, it's time to pay up on your karma bills type of year. It's very Saturnian this year as well. We've already talked about that too. It's kind of like where you find yourself falling on the map this year. You find yourself falling real, it's magical. It's manifestation. It's 7 + 1. It's 8. It's a star card. It's 8. It's a strength card. We're creative. We're passionate. That's great. Some people ain't going to be hitting there. And that's love and light to them. And that's not on no judgment, because we're all walking our cycles and our journeys and our contracts and all the thing. We all walking it out. Who am I to look at somebody else and say that I know everything? Because I don't. But I'm saying some people find themselves falling on the, hey, it's a scorpionic, real 8th house type of year too. And if you ain't really been dealing with your demons, don't be surprised if they shape shift, because they want to come floating up out of the water because they're still hungry, or because maybe you are hiding the fact. And it's not, again, I'm just saying, maybe it's being hidden or hidden from you, or that you're hiding. I really still got this heavy ass chain around my ankle. Let's take this. Listen, the eclipse portal is a great time to say, eradicate, alleviate, free me, help me free myself, Spirit, from this bondage. And let it be so. Now it's up to you. I'm not saying, however you, whatever. It's whatever. I love y'all. If you want to go out and do a ritual, follow your own intuition. We're not comparing to what everybody else says to do. Not worried about all that, never have been. I'm just going to tell you it's worked out fine for me. But you do you, okay? And that's your free will, and it's all good. But I'm just saying, we have such a huge portal to shapeshift. We have such a huge portal to alleviate bondage to certain contracts, or to be pinned and chained down to certain timelines. So it's very evolutionary. But the energy, it is South Node Libra. It is tricky. It is tricky. Okay. So just be paying attention in wisdom and discernment. Stay grounded. Stay, if you can, go out in nature, you know. We were talking today with my soul family. I'd made a post and we were just kind of saying different ways, like, what are different ways that you could show up to kind of do some work for the collective? Or how could you, talking about going out in nature, being in a body of water. Bath ritual is very powerful because whatever intention, whether it's for banishment or it's manifestation, whether it's for healing, protection, whatever, you charge the energetics of that water when you do your alchemical work. Let's say like in a bath ritual with meditation or something, or maybe you're doing some chanting or whatever you're doing, and then you ask that water to, it's going to return to the earth and do what it does to be recycled and go on back, right? That's a very powerful thing too. There's a lot of things you can do this weekend, whether you choose to be, ritually, magically, or personally active on Monday, or you don't. There's a lot of different things. And you can also, again, we talked about, you can just be in meditation. I'm saying, though, if your intuition, your ancestors and guides are telling you, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z to do a cord cutting, or I want you to do X, Y, and Z to do a ritual for this, do what you feel called to do. Don't be out here letting everybody and their mama and propaganda off the TV and all this fear-based fear-mongering be in your ear. No, we don't move like that. You might have some energetic entity or low-lying stagnation of frequency or some karmic thing that wants to hang on to you that's about to shape up into your energy field because you're comparing yourself to what other people do or what somebody told you shouldn't be doing, and then you got your whole perspective all scrambled, Spirit is saying. I love you, though. You got to do you, and you got to do what feels right for you. But I really do encourage people to show up for the good of the whole entire collective in whatever way that you're able to offer. Again, even if it's just doing a short meditation or lighting a candle or sitting outside with nature on your break at work and just offering up, mantras inside your heart space or writing them down on a piece of paper or whatever the case may be. Right? Listening to uplifting music and thinking positive affirmations and mantras for the earth and for the collective and for your soul family and tribe and for your loved ones. All of those frequencies will contribute. We'll just say to tip the scales. We'll leave it at that because I don't like to give certain things the floor over here. Sure don't. Ain't even giving certain things the floor. We could sit and be chit-chatting about a lot of things, spirit family, tribe, soul family. We ain't even giving it the floor over here because I'm not. I'm going to give the energy to tip the scale where it needs to go. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you understand. I was just shuffling to see. That devil card sure enough came flying out though, didn't it? Mm-hmm. What song am I hearing, y'all? Now there you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? Da, 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 da. Listen carefully to the sound. Yep. What do we got? Page of Pentacles. To me, I'm just hearing like new seeds to be planted, new seeds. I don't know. We can't plant in the old gardens though, because that stuff ain't gonna grow. That soil is not even full of nutrients anymore. I don't know why this jumped out to me. The goat is chained in the background. That's kind of weird. Because normally the goats would just be chilling, right? And eating the grass and kind of roaming. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in the south, okay? We in the southeast. I don't really see no goats on a chain. I don't know, that just jumped out at me because it's beside the devil card. It's kind of almost like, man, I don't know. It's just kind of almost like don't get distracted by old bondage. Focus on planting. Focus on planting the new seeds. Look at the inversion, but the upright. Do not, it's something about being pulled back into some inverted storyline, it's like a trick. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this energy, but the spirit, our ancestors and guides, our team are saying you, and plus this isn't the ace of pentacles, so it's not like you're being given a new seed. This is like a new inspiration to a new beginning, and you're working with seeds that you've already had. So it's almost like the light, the is like spirit raining down seeds. We've kind of been talking about this through different collective videos, and it's like working with those activations to continue the growth process, and kind of not getting distracted. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm going to leave it there for now, you guys. If I'm able to check in this weekend, and it's going to kind of be a busy one, I will do my best. But I love you. You know, find your meditative space. Find your cleansing and healing and purifying, space in nature. I'm going to need you to know how damn powerful you are. Do you know what I'm saying? When you set intention and you contribute your energy and your intentional thought space, you're a divine sovereign being, okay? Project that light shit out into the collective. Like, we need you to do it, okay? Anyway, I love you guys so much. If I don't get back in with you guys this weekend, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Stay grounded. Take good care of yourself. Know your sovereignty, all right? Know your sovereignty. And I'll check in with you soon, all right? I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.